Ukraine has lost at least 74 tanks, destroyed or captured, since Russia widened its war on the country starting the night of February 23. But Ukraine has captured at least 117 Russian tanks, according to open-source intelligence analysts who scrutinize photos and videos on social media. In other words, the Ukrainian army might actually have more tanks now than a month ago, all without building a single brand new tank or pulling some older vehicle out of storage. The Russians meanwhile have captured at least 37 Ukrainian tanks, a sum inadequate to compensate for the roughly 274 tanks it is believed to have lost to all causes. The disparity in captured tanks speaks to Russia's lack of preparation for a high-intensity war against a determined foe. But it also speaks to the advantages any defender possesses over any attacker. Russia must project forces into Ukraine scores or hundreds of miles, extending poorly protected supply lines and risking frontline units running out of ammunition and fuel. Many of those tanks the Ukrainians have seized were just sitting there, out of gas, their crews having fled. The Ukrainian army meanwhile enjoys the advantage of interior lines. That is, its forces fight close to major cities and their bases. The Ukrainian supply lines are contained inside their own defensive perimeter rather than strung out along unguarded highways. All that is to say, Ukrainian tanks are way less likely to run out of fuel in the middle of the war zone. Those 117 tanks Ukraine has captured are just the ones analysts visually can confirm. The actual total almost certainly is much higher. Videos of Ukrainian farmers towing abandoned Russian vehicles have become symbols of Ukraine's resistance. How many of the seized tanks and other vehicles are fit for further use is hard to confirm. There are lots of videos of Russian tanks under tow. There are far fewer showing those same tanks back in action in Ukrainian colors. But it helps that Ukraine uses many of the same tanks that Russia does. The Ukrainian army's main tank, the T-64, no longer is in active use in the Russian army.